Hi everyone, welcome back. Did you miss seeing us, hearing us, all of the above? It's a bank holiday Monday.
A bank holiday
which
Monday.
feels like it's not a bank holiday Monday. It feels like it's a Sunday.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, it does actually.
I hope you missed us because we missed you. My name is D
Yes, we
Money.
did. I am Lish.
And this episode is episode number 59. Drum roll.
Girl, I don't know, but
we never know actually.
Yeah.
We're on episode number 59. If you haven't listened to us, seen us before, our podcast is called Allow It. We talk about everything that includes
motherhood. Definitely motherhood because we're mothers.
Exactly. It includes motherhood. It includes our jobs. So everything corporate related.
Yeah,
we kind of speak about that. We're boss babies. We also speak about anything that's happening in popular culture. We speak about music, about art, about fashion.
Yep.
So if that piques your interest, please tune in and tell a friend who knows a friend as well. That would be really cool.
To get into Allow It.
Exactly. How you been, Lish?
I've been good. I've been good.
Why you breathe there?
Because I'm like, have I been good?
Why you breathe there real quick?
I was contemplating on, am I gonna tell a lie
or are you gonna tell the truth? And you told the lie. And I'm happy for you for that because the haters don't need to know nothing.
The haters don't need to know.
They don't need to know nothing. The tea, they need to look at the tea online.
Exactly.
They don't need our tea.
I don't want them praying for my downfall.
Yes, I knew it. Exactly. Our tea is boring.
Yeah, no, it's been a time. Yes, work has been working.
Yeah.
I celebrated a birthday, Forever 21.
Yes, happy birthday, Lee.
Thank you.
Exactly, happy birthday. You had a great time?
I did.
Yeah,
I had a nice surprise, because I thought you weren't going to make it. So
imagine me not making her birthday. That actually doesn't make any sense.
I was convinced that she wasn't going to be there.
I actually managed to
crazy
lie to you but not lie to you.
Yeah, she lied to me. She lied to me.
So I basically said that I couldn't make it. So this is the first time she's actually planned her own birthday for a really, really long time. I didn't think that she was going to follow through, guys. So don't kill me because I didn't plan it. Because
I wasn't going to. I tried to cancel a couple times.
So normally she's not one for these like celebrations, whether it's small or big. Really, to be honest, we normally just go and grab something to eat
exactly.
And keep it cute, and we enjoy our day and all of that stuff. But this time around, she actually planned something. So yeah, I told her I wasn't gonna make it, and she fully believed that I wasn't gonna make it.
I was convinced.
And
that I wasn't going to see
chatting
her.
about me behind my back is hilarious. Oh, well, she's
got
the
she's
twins.
not going to make it. She's busy.
She's not going to make it.
And
like, you know what made it worth? Everyone keep on asking.
Everybody kept on asking me like, oh. Even when I was at the door and I didn't even realize she was there, we ran into our friend Jay.
Okay.
And me and him got there at the same time. And he was like,
I thought Jay was at the house with you guys.
No, we got there at the same time.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, where's Dion? And I was like, oh, she's not going to make it. So that's, I think also too, that's why when he saw you downstairs,
he's like, what are you talking about? Here? Exactly. So yeah, I hope you're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
and you enjoyed your day with everyone.
I did. It was cute. It was a very cute little time. Yeah. It was nice. It made me, at that moment, it made me like, okay, all of that anxiety I had about even doing something for my birthday was kind of
doesn't make any sense.
Stupid. It was nonsense.
Yeah,
even if it was just like three of us there, we would have still
had a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Even you said, I didn't think anybody was gonna go.
Yeah,
I was like, even if it was just gonna be me and you, it would be dope.
But you,
although you didn't even know I was gonna be there.
I know exactly.
you and your significant other, just you two there. It's just me turning up like, so is this it? This is what you said.
We would have been looking at each other like, I would have had to drink all those drinks by myself since he doesn't drink. I just would have been like,
no. You're loved and you should be celebrated. So yeah, that's all.
It was good. It was good. Exactly. It was good.
Yeah, Lish celebrated her birthday and my boys celebrated their birthday too.
They did. Yeah.
So the twins, they turned 2, and we had a cute little family thing.
Twos.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's so crazy that we share a birthday month.
Of course.
Now your Aprils are like heavy.
And you were desperate to have them be born later. And we were trying to hold on. But yeah, the like, computer said no.
Have the same birthday. Then she could never miss my birthday. There would be no excuse.
Exactly. So yeah, the twins turned 2. They had a little time. They're not gonna remember. We're gonna remember.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Yeah, we had a little family shindig, and that was really it. So yeah, April was really good. It was full of celebrations, and a lot busier at work and stuff like that. But I guess life is what it is. Yeah. Besides that, there's nothing else that happened in April that was significant. Really, was there?
No, I think it was just the mixture of celebrating life, but then also life was lifing because we had to work.
Yeah, of course, exactly, yeah. And also I think the weather cheered up a bit. Oh yeah, although it's gone downhill again, but that's another story for a different podcast. I'm so happy for you guys
was weathering.
Tuning into our episode last month. So good, so soulful. So wholesome.
Yes.
If you missed it, please make sure to tap in. Thank you again to Rian for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course for Mimi always for gracing us with her presence. Yeah, which is
dope.
She's
missed today.
Oh, she sure is. On that note, actually, because we always miss this segment now lately, what are you wearing and why?
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna tap into why I've asked this and brought it back.
I feel like I miss it on purpose
because you don't want to talk about it.
Talk about what I'm wearing. But
exactly.
I have mom jeans on from Stradivarius.
Yeah.
I actually really like their jeans. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Me too, actually. They're really cool.
I do like them.
Yeah. Good fit on them.
This top is I got it ages ago from Zara, and it actually has matching bottoms, but the bottoms were just way too big, which I was very disappointed. Pants. Yeah. It was.
Did you just send them back, or you still got them somewhere?
No, I sent them back.
I
was swimming in them. I think they would have been too big for you too. I was swimming.
Okay. That's the problem with Zara.
Yeah,
man.
the sizing is
It's just so crazy.
Yeah,
the sizing is as crazy as their website picture.
Yeah,
that's how nuts it is. That's how exactly. Yours. I like your glasses. Do you normally wear these Burberrys?
No, I don't.
No, I actually like them.
Thank you.
I like them very much. So I think I actually prefer these than the Stella McCartneys.
The problem is that they kind of hurt me.
Oh, okay. You need to get them.
I need to.
Exactly. You need to get them switched up and stuff.
I should wear them because it's my new prescription.
Okay. So technically, this is what you should be wearing. Yeah. Don't complain to me about no headache. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Or maybe I'm dehydrated.
Yeah,
no, maybe wear your actual prescription.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, you look very lovely today.
Thank you.
Guys, I am wearing my Sambas, the ones with the tongue out. I absolutely love them. Real old school, really, really comfortable. I'm wearing these balloon jeans from Bershka. Really cool.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. And then this top is like ASOS design.
Okay.
I believe it is. And I'd actually initially bought it so I could wear it to work with like blazers on top. I've actually never worn it to work.
Really?
This is actually the first time since I bought it, maybe like 3 years ago, that I've worn it.
Wow.
So yeah. I guess what is it called? Shop your wardrobe.
Yes.
Yeah. Shop your wardrobe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course. Shop your wardrobe. The reason why I talked about this is because the Met Gala.
Oh yes.
Yes.
It is tonight.
The Met Gala is tonight.
Dang, I forgot. We should have. I should have actually really came.
We should have dressed up properly for it.
Wow.
It's all your fault.
It's actually your fault.
No, how is it my fault?
Yeah, because you should have been actually, in honor of the Met Gala, we should have brought it.
I guess my jeans are a bit out there. We'll call it that.
Well, not me.
Yeah, that's about it. Technically, if I had a blazer on, I would have hit the mark. So this year's Met Gala is taking place today, May the 5th, at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. Woo woo. And the theme this time around is super fine tailoring black style, and this theme is inspired by the Monica L. Miller's book Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity, and it dwells into the tradition of Black Dandyism, which is of course long time coming.
Iconic.
I cannot wait. If you're a fashion girl, honestly, this is going to be your bag.
Exactly.
And if you are, fingers crossed, I'm hoping the girls and the boys are going to bring onto the carpet so many black designers that need to be obviously on the carpet. And this is our opportunity as people basically to shine through. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Who are your top three?
And show out.
Who are the top three that you're looking for? You'll be hunting. You'll be like, move on.
I'm just waiting.
Exactly.
Waiting.
Mariah. You know how at the red carpet they tell people that are
the next
like
person.
Z-list celebrities to just go away so that the A-list celebrities can come through. So who are your top three?
Definitely Domingo.
Yes,
because he's been a favorite of mine.
Fashion daddy.
Oof.
Yeah.
As of recent, I'm just like, wow.
In awe.
Whenever I see him, I'm just like,
yeah.
Yes.
So, can't wait. Who else are you after?
Definitely Ree. I hope she shows up.
If she shows up, that's my problem. Because one of her little ones,
she's like, I'm a mom.
Or could this? Remember what happened last time? She said her son had a cold or something, so she couldn't make it. Like she was in New York and she really thought that she was going to make it, but she never did. Yeah. So fingers crossed she graces us with her glory. Because I'm really looking forward to Rihanna as well.
I'm like, oof, exactly. I can't wait. And then who else?
Who's your
so many?
one?
I'm just like top three. I'm like,
yeah, you gotta pick top three. Gotta pick top three. You gotta. I'll go with mine then while you're thinking about your third one. I think Zendaya, of course, because Law is gonna do his thing. Law
is gonna do his big one. His big one. Yeah.
He ain't slept in days.
Yeah.
Luxury Law, if you didn't know, is Zendaya's stylist and the stylist to many celebrities, but he is like one of the best stylists at the moment in the business. He is legendary.
June as well.
Who?
June Ambrose.
Oh, of course.
That's her bag.
Oh my God! She's
her.
Just forget the
tonight
carpet.
Is her. Bag.
Let her lift the carpet
with
her into the venue.
Is her
bag.
Yeah.
June
I have to shout her out because she's an icon.
Yeah, it's got to be done with her. Yeah. She's gonna really, really come through.
Yeah.
Zendaya for me, Tracy Ross.
Oh yes.
Oh my God! I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I'm trying to think, which one of the guys actually am I thinking, maybe this one's this person. Actually, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He
doesn't. I was thinking him as well. Definitely
exactly.
Lewis.
So I think I'm going to pick a boy, and I think Lewis is going to bring it on the carpet. So yeah, fingers crossed you guys are able to watch it and have a look, and then we can discuss on next episode.
We're gonna have to be on Instagram.
Of course.
Dion will be reporting live.
Reporting live from the Met Gala.
Yes, exactly. So watch the allowance.
Exactly. And definitely watch the allowance. Yeah. On that note, since we're talking about the Met Gala and whatever's going on at the moment in popular culture, what is this week's hot take from you?
Oh my gosh. Damn. This week's hot take from me is...
I'm really putting you on the spot.
You are putting me on the spot because I'm like, do I have a hot take? I feel like I did, but then I wasn't too sure if I actually had one.
Or if you had said it before.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
My hot take is related to the Met Gala, and I think that basically this theme should have been done years and years ago. And celebrating Black culture, Black fashion, and Black style should be a regular occurrence, not only on the red carpets, but in museums, in wherever we can showcase our work. Yeah, I think it needs to be celebrated. So my hot take is that fashion is 10 years behind.
Of course.
With the Met Gala is 10 years behind this theme. And it should have been done a long time ago.
I agree with that. Yeah. Then I'll probably piggyback off of that, let's call a spade a spade.
Yes, ma'am.
Black consumers are the number one consumers of everything, art, fashion, cosmetics, everything. People will spend their last dime to show up for the culture. So I feel like, with what you said, that is very true.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It is far behind, especially considering that we are...
We're in the year that we're in. Like, it's crazy that it actually hasn't been done. It's crazy to me. I hope Kimmy Cakes doesn't bother. Because I know she's there. Because I know she's gonna piss me off.
She's gonna be there.
I know she's just gonna piss me off.
She's going to be there.
And what do you think she's gonna wear? She's gonna piss me off. Right off, she is.
Probably something from.
I'm gonna be fuming. I'm gonna be fuming. She's most probably gonna wear a Galliano or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah, something that doesn't make no sense.
Hit up Dapper Dan.
Oh, of course, yeah, maybe. She's definitely.
She's probably in Harlem as we speak.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. I'm happy for Chris to come because I think Chris will bring it. This is her theme, actually.
Yeah, she will bring it.
She'll really bring. She loves menswear. tailoring is really for
her. And her handbag will be there ready.
Of course, exactly.
Full and ready.
Full and ready indeed. So what's been happening anyway on the internet, as usual, as you guys know, I'm obsessed with threads and I can't get off. Okay. And the reason why I'm obsessed with it is that because I can kind of regulate what I'm like reading, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's age appropriate too. I think that it's demographic appropriate, which I love.
I feel like, and you don't get stuck watching some madness.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
You didn't want to watch.
Like you end up, like it's on TikTok when I'm posting for Alawi, I always end up on like the TikTok aunties when they're selling their wigs and stuff. And definitely like get your bag for real. But like, come on, keep it pushing. And they'll be selling like full blown outfits on there too.
Oh my
Have you seen the guys that sell like things like fairy liquids and stuff?
On TikTok?
Of course, TikTok shop. Fairy liquids, they sell cleaning products, like even the pink stuff and stuff like that. They sell it at like discounted amounts.
I'm missing out.
You really are?
Site,
yeah. And I'm not so sure why I see that a lot on our Allow It account. I think it's obviously because there's no algorithm to anybody. So we see all types of nonsense on there. So yeah, that's why I don't go on there. But anyway, on Threads, we want to discuss this whole stand by your man. Since fingers crossed, the girls are starting to decenter men, right, in the best way possible, not the worst way, because there's two versions of decentering men. But the decentering of men has gone, obviously, it's like now this influx of all these life coaches and people, like speakers and influencers that are speaking about how you can level up by decentering men in your life, and how the girls are in the gym, how the girls are eating good, how the girls are getting the job, getting the bag and whatever they need to do, and not make men basically their focus. And then eventually, now that you've decentered men and you've established yourself as the best version of yourself you can be, then you can then attract whoever is like basically is attracted to the version you've built yourself up to. Fingers crossed. So that's the plan with this whole decentering men thing. And then, of course, there's some who are actually not even interested in finding a life partner. The girls are just like, we're done with men.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I was thinking about, there was this thread, not even a thread, I don't know, this thing going on social media, which showed women who were in a relationship, and they were looking crazy.
Oh yes, oh my god,
crazy!
It's like a viral trend where it says what you look like when you were in a relationship, basically, and then what you look like now after you've basically left him, or he left you, maybe.
Who knows?
So who knows, whatever it is. And these women are looking hella haggard when they're with these guys.
I was just like, what?
And then I'm just like, oh my god. It really means like you centered that person in your life.
And I was thinking about, you had, I don't know if it was an Allow It or it was a thread that you had read one time. And there was this woman who said that, she's in a relationship, but she completely stopped taking care of herself. Like, she looks crazy. And I was wondering, like, okay, if you're in this relationship and it's not working and you're unhappy, why would you be like... Why would you be looking crazy? Like, I don't get it.
And also this, the decentering like thing that's going on also involves people that are actually in relationships and are married. So they're saying, instead of putting your whole focus onto the man in your life, if you focus on yourself, level yourself up, then fingers crossed they will then see your value in that. And then it's either they don't see your value in it's whatever, or you see the value in yourself and then you realize, actually, this is not where I'm supposed to be. So the craze, as you can call it, is not necessarily for people that are single. It's for everyone and everybody, like as a woman. Yeah, of course. Heavy on the woman. So there's this podcast called Dear Future Wifey, and then so the pastor there's a pastor from the States, and his name is Pastor Reggie, and his wife's name is Kelly, I believe, Kelly Steele. So it's Reggie and Kelly Steele, and basically there was a clip on there about where they were featured on a podcast, and they've been married for 32 years. They met in high school, and from the start he was basically at best disrespectful towards this woman, now woman, obviously girl then. She shared how early on in their relationship he told her that she was his starter, and by starter I don't mean like in a sexual way. He just means like, I'm gonna get a main course at some point, and I'm gonna get dessert. You're just basically a starter. To think that someone can speak about you right now. Exactly, basically that's what he was saying. And that he had other women on the bench when they got married. He showed up an hour late to their wedding, right? A whole hour late to their wedding. And during the first 5 years of their marriage, he was cheating. One of the women even confronted her at her job, the wife's job, and she had to tell her, like, look, I'm the wife, by the way, but she still chose to stay. Not only did she do that, but why she's gotten viral is basically the fact that she was saying that on this podcast, is that she used to iron her husband's clothes, and she used to prepare his bag so he can go away for days with his side chick, in all honesty, knowing that this was all going to happen. Of course, she brings in the God bag. And I'm like, when I mean the God bag, is like literally, I feel like these false prophets, because they are, bring a bag full of things that they think are godly according to them, or according to what the word, how they interpret the word. So she brought her God bag, and she picked inside, and she said, oh, because I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, and this is the reason why I knew that God was going to reward me at the end of this. And if I stayed in my marriage and stayed loyal to my vows, doesn't necessarily mean that he needed to stay loyal to his vows. So what's your take?
I mean, I'm just like confused, because if we really dive into Proverbs 31, your husband shouldn't be treating you like that.
No, that's not the case.
That's not that's not what God put in place for a union of marriage. He didn't say that you need to be preparing your husband to degrade you to step outside of the marriage, because you were going to be rewarded how in the end?
I actually don't understand what she meant by that.
Yeah, where's the reward?
I don't understand. I get where she said that. I don't get it, but I see her vision, but I don't see her vision, if that makes sense. So when she says that she had to stay loyal to her vows, regardless of whether he was staying loyal to his, that bit, I'm like, okay, you can take that and you can run with it. But the whole God was going to reward me, and I'm in Proverbs 31, and I knew at the end of this, I was going to be, I don't know, God was going to follow through with the plans that he has for me. But then the plans that he has for you always say that obviously the plans he has for you are to prosper you.
Yeah, exactly.
And to make sure that you're happy, and make sure that everything. So everyone when people constantly equate God's promises with struggle, it really, I'm just like, it fathoms me, to be honest. And this is to obviously the believers. And a Proverbs 31 woman basically is a woman of strength, wisdom, and devotion. And that can come, but not necessarily to someone who's basically cheating on you constantly.
You've also enabled that behavior.
So since from the very beginning of their relationship, him turning up for an hour late to their wedding, biggest disrespect, not only to you but your family and everyone else that was waiting at that wedding. And also to call you a starter, sir.
I'm like, we're reading different Bibles.
We really are reading different Bibles.
Yeah.
Because the people's contexts are clearly very, very, very warped. But the concept of pastors cheating is nothing new. I say this all the time.
Yeah, of course.
They're either cheating with women, with men, whoever. Because at the end of the day, pastors are still human. They're just out here preaching the word. They're mere mortals indeed.
mere mortal.
And I think this is what they end up using that excuse basically to say, well, they're just human.
I mean, God said he's starting in the homes of worship, so you guys keep on doing what you're doing.
God. He said he watched his father and his grandfather and his brothers cheat. So do you think our generational pattern's real, or do you think it's an excuse for toxic behavior?
It's an excuse for toxic behavior, okay? Because even watch our last episode with our life coach Rihan on here. You have to make a choice every day, just like how she made a choice to stay in that relationship every single day while she was getting her man ready to do whatever he was doing. He also had a choice to make to do better than what his forefathers and those before him.
Of course, his brothers, his grandparents, whoever he saw cheating.
Exactly.
He had a choice to just basically put it on the sideline and say, that's not me.
Yeah. And I'm a firm believer that every day we are in spiritual warfare, and every day we need to make a choice to do better and to step outside of that.
Exactly.
So that whole generational nonsense, just pack it up.
I don't know. And also this whole staying married for a long time, it doesn't automatically mean that a marriage is successful, right? It's just maybe just lengthy dysfunction.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that people will be like, are always shouting this amount of years, that amount of years.
It's being content.
It doesn't make, it's being...
Staying with the devil that you know.
Literally enduring dysfunction. That's all you're doing. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the marriage is successful or that is happy either. Is there a reason, do you think, that some women go through with getting married even though they know their partner is cheating? Because she obviously knew at the very beginning that he wasn't a one woman man. So why do you think that she is it because of the guts and the glory?
I would say it's a mixture of that. Again, like I said, staying with the devil that you know, rather than putting yourself out to see, what else is out there. Or being content with your situation, and also that is all you know, right? So then I guess you're also afraid of the unknown.
Yeah, that's
if you leave that situation, you're afraid of what else.
No, especially when you're so young, you can really get out of it. And before then, he didn't have the money, so people can say, "Oh, it's because he's got money now. That's why she stayed." But in the whole 32 years, he didn't have money for 32 years. Like, he was an unestablished pastor before then. So all of that being, what is it called, the first lady, that all came later on in life. It wasn't like put on a platter at the very beginning. But yeah, it's such a I
think a lot of times it has nothing to do with money. Yeah, there's a lot of people where, I mean, I know someone who's been in a very toxic relationship for years. She's the breadwinner. He doesn't bring anything to the table. So you can't tell me she's staying with him because of money. Yeah,
that's true.
She's the one with the money.
Yeah.
So
she's the table.
She's the table.
Yeah.
So I'm like, some people just like to be mistreated, I guess
so. But anyway, you guys tap into that episode. Fingers
Let
crossed.
us know what you think.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to look it up, it's called Dear Future Wifey. And they're Pastor Reggie and his wife Kelly. And
don't dear future wifey me with that nonsense.
Exactly.
All I know.
May that love never find me.
Never ever.
But if that's your gig, that's your gig. That's your gig. If that's your gig, that's your gig. But that's hilarious, boy. People really just be out here living lives that, and I don't think are even normal. So there's, I guess, I don't know if you call it an unpopular opinion, but there's a person that tweeted, this is like on back to Twitter now. Well, it's not called, whatever it's called, whatever you kids are calling it now. That okay. So one person said, an unpopular opinion, it's actually impossible for a woman with children to work 40 plus hours a week at a company, maintain a home, cook, care for her children, and possibly possibly her spouse and keep herself healthy. It's why women feel like they are going crazy. So,
ooh, drum roll, please.
of course.
Is it possible, D Money? Is it possible?
It's impossible. It is. I put that in capital letters. And I am reminded daily by me saying this to everybody that when you see people and they make it look easy, doesn't mean it is easy. In fact, it could be very, very hard. But because people have got a very great way of masking it, then that's it. I find a lot of the times, I was having this conversation with one of the football moms, is that when something is going significantly well, so let's say this is job, going great, okay, home, possibly going great, health, terrible, diet, awful.
In the gutter.
In the actual gutter. So you could have possibly 2 out of 4 that are going fantastically well. And this is even us excluding the actual relationship that's there if you're in any type of partnership. Or your partnership could be going fantastically well, smooth sailing, and then your children are absolute pests. Pests. They won't let you live. They won't let you enjoy your love. You're in the best shape of your life.
Oh.
But your kids are driving you bloody crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So that whole concept of, women can have it all, men can have it all, it would be great. But that's unfortunately just not the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. Do you think you can have it all?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, of course not.
I think in me, I can't focus on too many things at once. So even when I was in my health bag, forget about everything else. That went down the drain.
Of course.
I was just focusing on my health. Right? So it's like, I think it's impossible for everything for you to be able to excel in everything while also taking care of yourself.
Do you think men are held to the same standard?
No.
Do you think?
Absolutely not. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think men are held to the same standard. I don't.
I don't know. I think maybe because I like the men in my life. This is all the men in my life, like brothers, partners, whatever, all the friends, whatever it may be. I find like they're really striving so hard to kind of do it all and be the best versions of themselves. But obviously they're lacking in one region or another. Yeah. However, they refuse to accept it. I think there's acceptance more with women to say, actually, I'm lagging behind with this and I'm struggling with this. And we are more willing to obviously speak about it. But I think with men, there's like this pride factor that's behind it to say, actually, my family's doing great. Yeah. I told you about that. I can't remember who told me or where I heard this, but I think it was Steve Harvey. He was speaking to someone. Or is it Kirk Franklin? I don't know. It was somebody, a prominent black man
or maybe
in the
it was
community.
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, maybe it was Kirk Franklin. And he mentioned something about how men these days, when they are asked, men that are married or in partnerships or whatever it may be, when they're asked, how are you doing? And they're always shouting how great they are. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Yeah. Meanwhile, your wife's mental health is in the gutter. Your children are roaming riot. And all your employees say that you're a bastard. So you can't say that everything is going great when
maybe
everything
that's why
around
they're not
you
held to
the same standards.
Yeah, exactly.
When everything around you is falling apart, how great you're doing is according to how your partner is doing, according to how your children are doing, how your whole household interior, your workplace, your colleagues, your employees, whatever it may be. That's literally overall health of all of your relationships should be a factor in how great you're doing. Yeah. So when someone says, how are you doing? And you say, I'm fantastic. Meanwhile, it's all falling apart in the home.
It's on fire.
So hold yourself accountable. Yeah. Hold yourself accountable. There was a few people in the thread saying a couple of things, of course, typical. They said everyone. And then there's always this one, which always kills me because nobody asked you. Okay. Nobody actually asked you, ma'am. So just be quiet.
Oh, I'm waiting for
I'll wait for it. For a woman in general, having kids does not make you any more tired than the childless women.
Oh, here we go. Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Sis, we get it. You're happy. You don't have any kids. We're happy for you. We think Do your thing. Travel. Get the bag. Enjoy life. It's actually a trap.
Yeah, I don't.
It's too expensive at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
We're genuinely happy for you. The thing, what bothers me
is like, where did you come from? What are you talking about?
It doesn't make any sense.
Where did you come from?
And of course, loads of people are like, actually, unfortunately, it does make you more tired.
Yeah, it does. What are you talking about?
When the person said, this is why I hate feminism. I don't want to work. I want to stay home. Don't feel the need to do anything a man can do. I want to raise my kids, keep a home, and bake bread.
Yeah, I want to bake a bread too. Sourdough.
But the world that we live in, unfortunately.
I want to bake a sourdough
I want to
bread.
bake a sourdough indeed. Oh, God, there's a few. Someone that says, it's not impossible. I've done it with a son with special needs. Hard, yes. Impossible, no. Okay, that's all on you, girl. Someone said, not impossible. I'm a single mom. I work 40 plus hours a week as a financial advisor at a bank. Thanks for the information we don't need.
She has a nanny.
I have 3 children, 3, 7, and 8. 4 animals. Jesus.
A nanny.
And a house. I play paddle, golf, and I run. And I feel totally crazy free since I left their dad.
Oh, so you have a nanny and their dad.
Wait for it. She said she's got it all, right? Wait for it. But do I sleep? No. Girl, we I thought you said you have it all.
No. You know what?
Oh my goodness. This
the responses to her too, like, what are you talking about?
Of course.
Somebody said an extremely drastic way, and it's unhealthy. Like, what the fuck?
Of course, yeah, it don't make no sense. 3, 7, and 8, and you're out here doing all of this with all them animals. The 4 animals sent me, and the fact that you're even breaking down your job and what you do and all of that stuff is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, that's what's happening in the internet. The usual razzle dazzle.
The usual razzle dazzle.
The usual pastors going buck wild and their wives on podcasts and doing nonsense. And the usual women should have it all. Nothing really changes, to be honest. No. We literally regurgitate the same conversations over and over on the internet. There's really nothing there that's actually new, and it's such a shame.
She made me cackle.
She did. Do I sleep much? No. Girl, but you just said you got it all.
We need to sleep, girl. We actually need to sleep. We're striving for sleep. Come on now.
Do you have an allow it?
Yes.
Oh, fab. It's been a while, actually.
It has been a while.
So go ahead.
These have been archived. Sorry, we didn't forget about you. Like what?
Exactly.
Like, what's the point?
Don't forget to email us.
Actually, we need an allow it episode.
Yeah, but just full of
allow it with the advice.
Yeah. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all.
Okay, so dear D and Lish.
Yep.
So here is the mess that I am in. My best friend, let's call him Chris, and I have been best friends since college. We've seen each other through breakups, bad jobs, and way too many tequila nights. All right, girl. But lately he's been going through it. He lost his job after a nasty situation with his now ex.
Okay.
His ex was his old boss.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you get fired, then obviously
basically,
you get dumped.
Yeah. I guess you get dumped and fired. Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, his boss, who was his ex, fired him, and he has been struggling since. Now he has got a shot at a really good high-paying job at a super well-known firm. But he doesn't actually have all of the experience that they're looking for.
Right.
So what does he do? He asked me to write a reference letter saying that he led a huge project when actually I was the one who ran the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. He's calling it a little white lie, but he swears he'll figure it out once he gets the job and says that it's what he really, really needs to get back on his feet financially. So it gets a bit risky here is that my boss, who I'm close friends with, is a hiring manager.
Oh, damn. Well,
yeah.
How does that make any sense? So how's he going to finesse it then?
Thank you. So that's what she's basically saying. If this lie blows up, I could potentially tank my reputation and possibly my job. And just to make things even messier, Chris basically hints that if I don't help him, he's going to try to blackmail me about something I've done from our college days.
You know what?
Nothing illegal, but obviously it's not the kind of story that I want people knowing about.
And you know what? I was actually on Chris's side at the beginning.
Yeah,
I was like, that's your homie.
Yeah, just do
what
it.
You need to do to get the bag.
Chris is actually crazy.
Exactly.
No wonder he got fired by his ex.
Now it's turning into something wild. It's turning into a Netflix documentary.
So basically, I need your help. What do I do? Do I help a friend in need, or do I protect myself and say no and possibly use him? Sign blackmailed by my bestie.
Blackmailed by my bestie. That person is not your bestie, first of all. You shouldn't even call him a friend. I think, those people, genuinely, they've seen characteristics in their friends that are there already. Technically red flags, let me put it out there.
Yeah.
They've seen those red flags and they continue to be friends with people that are not likable, that are not nice people.
Yeah.
We need to reflect on the people that are around us. Will this person be down for whatever when it really should, like, push comes to shove with whatever is going on with me? Will they defend me? Will they block me? Like, you've got to think about these things ahead, especially at the age that we're at now. And if someone is basically not showing the traits of actually being loyal to you, you should get that person going. You shouldn't even still be friends from college.
I was just like, dude, you're doing too much. What is that about?
He's doing too much. The whole blackmailing and stuff like that. Brother, what are we doing here? What are we doing now? I was actually on his side at the very beginning because I was like, it's not that deep. Okay, and I actually didn't realize that the hiring manager was also her boss.
Yeah.
That information was after the fact.
Yeah.
But if that wasn't the case, I'm writing that reference for my friend.
Yeah, I feel like, there's no problem with the reference.
There's no problem at all. Yeah. Like, I'm writing it. I'm sorry, God.
Figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, God. This is just one-off, but my friend needs me. It needs to get paid. We need to eat. We need to travel. Like, right? But all of that other stuff that he's putting in, the stuff that she's doing in college, he's trying to blackmail her, the fact that he's going to the hiring manager that is also her boss, like, that stuff is not making any sense. Go find a job somewhere else. And I will do that reference. Yeah. And why are we blackmailing each other over a bit of weed or over over maybe, I don't know, a little train situation in college?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would we do that?
Yeah, no. I feel like Chris also needs to not work where he eats and shits and sleeps.
Yeah.
Like, why are you trying to work with your bestie?
That's not
You've already got fired by your ex.
Yeah.
Like, find a job elsewhere. Like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah. Don't be friends with Chris. Let that friendship go, ASAP Rocky, and let him blackmail her. He's an idiot.
He's not gonna
blackmail nobody. He ain't gonna do it.
I think he's just crazy. What
is it called? Calling her bluff?
Yeah, exactly.
That is such weird behavior.
Yeah, stay 10 toes down, sis.
Exactly. Fuck Chris, man. Get yourself new
Everybody
friends.
hates Chris.
You're gonna be like, new friends, who this? Go to the club and start popping bottles with your new friends. Get their name on that sign thing. You know, when the bottle girls bring out the sparklers,
they bring the
put in new friends, who's this? Live your life and fuck Chris.
Oh my god,
that's such an unusual case. But yeah, I was actually rooting for him at the very beginning.
Yeah,
people are so weird.
Chris is an asshole.
Yeah. People are really, really strange. But it's very important for you to create boundaries at the very beginning when you start seeing things that just don't align with what would align with you as a friend.
Yeah, it's funny because as of recent, I've noticed a lot of people that have had like really like close friends in college, like besties, as they've gotten older. Yeah, they're literally like, I think it's definitely a thing at the moment. Especially if you're dealing with crazy ass people like Chris.
Of course. I told you when I was younger though, I never kept a friend. I was not keep a friend D. So yeah, I was a discarder. You did this, bye. You did this, bye. It could be any little
You
thing. I'd rather be alone. Yeah. Leave me alone. I actually quite happy to have like zero friends. It wouldn't bother me.
I don't like what you said to me the other day. I'm done.
Exactly. I was actually okay not having no friends. Just going to work, doing my fashion,
oh my God,
living my life and keeping it pushing. I had no interest whatsoever.
I'm all right.
But obviously now I've built my inner circle and I'm very happy about them. And they give me grace when it's needed. So yeah, I need to be checked too sometimes. Exactly. Nobody's perfect. On that note, thank you for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoy the Met Gala like we will.
Yes.
It's gonna be good vibes all round.
Yes.
Enjoy what little sunny days are here in London.
Yes.
And if you're in the US, fuck the tariffs and good luck to you all. That's all I can say on that. Good luck.
Fuck those tariffs indeed, man.
Good luck to you guys, because obviously that's our second biggest audience, and from everywhere else in the world. I hope you guys allow it to your friends and family and anyone else who you think might be interested. We love having you on these episodes.
Yes.
We love you listening in. Make sure to comment. Our commenters, we appreciate you so much, and of course we always try and get back to you as soon as possible, which is always great. Comment.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for having us, guys. My name is D.
I am Lish.
And this has been
Allow It. Bye.